So, George, you've been in our service quite a while, actually over a year now. Can you do me a favor? Can you just tell me a little bit about how long you've been in practice, some of the other practice-building initiatives you tried, and you can be general or specific, your choice, just to tell us a little bit about how you got started with us and why.
Well, I've been in practice for 20 years now. I practice with my younger brother, Dr. Carrick, and I've really never tried any other marketing things, but things have really changed, so we wanted to give your system a try, and that's where we're at with that.
Great. So when you first started with us, can you tell me a little bit about how it was getting started? Did it hit right away? Did it take a little while? Was your staff into it at first? Maybe take us through a little bit about that. Even though it was over a year ago, tell me about that first phase.
Well, the first phase was a little bit, they presented to me, okay, you got a gig on this date, and I was kind of just thrown into it, and I just kind of worked myself through it. I wasn't too comfortable speaking at first, but then as time went on, I did more gigs. I felt more comfortable, and Doc, it's a practice. That's why they call it. It's not a perfect, so we're constantly practicing at what we're doing. I've, slowly refined and got more comfortable and honed my speeches down and got more comfortable with the topics. And from there, I just try to present them the best that I can.
Did either my coaching and or the products and audio training modules, were they helpful at all in helping you hone those skills? Yes,
I listened to those CDs a number of times, actually 2-3 times, just to hear different approaches, the way it was done. And again, still getting it down. It's been a little bit over a year, and again, I feel more comfortable doing it, but it's still a practice in doing it, and it's the consistency that counts.
Right. No, I absolutely agree. So when you first started with us, can you just share a little bit about where you were in terms of numbers? Would that be okay if we started there?
That's fine. I was, over the years, we were seeing 50, 60 people a week, not much, and then I think we've doubled that now, so we're around 120, 130. Sometimes we even go up to 140.
Wow.
A week. So, it's my new patients have increased. Before I was seeing maybe some pitiful numbers, 5, 6 people a month. Now it's maybe 14, 15 people.
Great.
15 people, new patients a month.
Wow. So we've doubled patient visits per week, and we've tripled new patients per month.
Tripled that, yeah. And then I hit a couple home runs with some medical doctors. Boy, over the years, I've met a lot of them, and some didn't want to have anything to do with it. But I hit a couple home runs with a couple of them, and they've sent me, I think last total was, 10 new patients, 12 new patients from the medical doctors.
Wow. And what's your case visit average? I don't know if we've ever talked about that.
Well, we're probably getting about 30 visits out of them.
So about $2,000, would you say?
Easily.
Yeah, wow. That's great. I mean, when you think about the sheer numbers, again, you've been in over a year, and my hope is to double your practice again this year. Imagine if we can double it every single year. One doc every now and then starts to send you 10 new patients a year. It's 20,000 times X number of docs. I mean, it can generate, hundreds of thousands of dollars for you in new referrals.
You get one home run, and boy, it can really pay off.
That's fantastic. That's great. I don't think we've talked about that before, so that's great to hear. Excellent. Well, let me ask you, there are a lot of chiropractors out there struggling, as you know. One of the things we did talk about before was just a little bit about the peace of mind that now and how you feel differently now waking up in the morning knowing that your practice is so very different. New patients and referrals are so different. Can you just share a little bit with some of the other docs that will eventually listen to this just about how your practice and how that changes your entire consciousness when things are growing in the right direction?
Well, the main thing is that when you form a consistent habit and you start to become what your habit is, so if I'm habitually talking to people, I feel more confident that I know that I'm not having this so-called roller coaster, waking up on a Friday and, seeing 40 people and then come back on a Monday and see 10 or 15.
Right.
Where before, it was like that, where now it's like consistent.
That's great.
So I guess there's a thing to be said about consistency.
Absolutely. Well, that's the second time consistency has come up, so excellent. Well, listen, thank you. I appreciate you taking the time and coming on board and sharing about your success in the service. I truly appreciate it. But until next time, have a great day, and I look forward to talking with you again.
Okay, Doc. Thanks.